Today's episode is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Andersen offers you a better way to a better window. Go to RBACentralPADeals.com for this month's specials. Experts are saying that Pennsylvania's state gas tax is to blame for high pump prices. Speaking of gas, a man was charged for stealing over $100,000 of it in Lancaster County. Looks like stormy weather's on its way. Plus, one city in Pennsylvania is among the top 20 best for singles. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. At about 58 cents per gallon, a Pennsylvania state gas tax is the third highest state gas tax in the country, reports the Tribune Review. And this, according to a number of experts, is why pump prices remain high here despite generally falling everywhere else. Currently, average gas prices throughout Pennsylvania range between $3.48 to $4.16 a gallon. In some places, such as the Pittsburgh area, these prices have increased by as much as 38 cents more than they were a year ago. But there is some potential good news. Head of Petroleum Analysis at GasBuddy, Patrick DeHaan, sees the nationwide price fall as a continuing trend. Says he, quote, "It's entirely possible the national average price of gasoline could fall under $3 per gallon by Christmas, which would be a huge gift to unwrap for motorists after a dizzying year at the pump." In keeping with this gas conversation, a New York man has been charged with theft by unlawful taking after stealing over $100,000 worth of diesel fuel in Lancaster County, reports Fox 43 News. 28-year-old Rafael Payams Valario, along with two other suspects, stole this fuel over a 2-month period by manipulating the gas pumps at Redner's Market in Stevens. He turned himself in at district court and has since been released on $25,000 unsecured bail. Things are looking a bit gray so far this week, forecasts PennLive. Although today is partly sunny, there's a 40% chance of rain later that'll lead into storms and 30-mile-per-hour winds tomorrow. On the bright side, the temperature is expected to reach nearly 60 degrees. If you're single and ready to mingle, this one city in Pennsylvania is the place to be, says PennLive. A new study from WildHub assessed 182 U.S. cities on 3 key dimensions: economics, fun and recreation, and dating opportunities, to find which were the best and worst for those flying solo in the romance department. Each was then graded on relevant metrics such as average price for a 2-person meal and the average amount of single people within the population. After all that, it was thus determined that Pittsburgh is the 18th overall best city for singles to be in the nation. Philadelphia, on the other hand, was 89th. The number 1 city on the list was Seattle, and the one at the very bottom was Warwick, Rhode Island. That wraps up today's episode. For even more news, visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast and to share it around with your family and or your friends. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Today in PA. Today's episode is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Renewal by Andersen offers you a better way to a better window. Go to RBACentralPADeals.com for this month's specials.